Health is something that everyone values and ultimately the most significant thing if you want to survive on Earth. If you would think that's something that is so detrimental to living on Earth, it should be easily accessible and come at the least amount of cost, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case for the United States of America. The United States is the only wealthy country that does not have universal health care. Many people in America face hardships by just trying to afford healthcare alone. All their expenses go towards healthcare and put them at a disadvantage to enjoy the experience of life and even its basic necessities. As a sibling to four, I have seen the ample amount of money that my parents have spent towards providing healthcare for all four of us. And thankfully, she was in a position to do so. But the same can't be said for everybody in America, which is why I want to talk about why the United States should have universal health care. To do this, I will talk about the objective morals of health, on how universal health care can eliminate financial hardships and allow people to live a healthier lifestyle. Health is something that anyone should have access to no matter their financial status or who they are. Fran Quigley from The True said this in an article in 2019. 2 of 3 Americans report skipping needed care each year due to costs, including not filling prescriptions and putting off doctor visits. In the article, he also mentions a story about 26-year-old Sarah Bruton, who was among 28 million Americans who did not have health insurance. Sarah avoided going towards the doctor for her sinus infection because she could not afford it. Eventually, the avoidance came at a cost, which led to her brain injury. This shows how not having universal health care can cause people to make decisions like the one Sarah made and cause them to have a seriously unhealthy, even possibly a serious unhealthy decision which could lead to her possibly dying. Most people, if not all people, value their health. This causes people to spend every last dime just to provide themselves health care. A story from Noam Levy from NPR 2021 talks about a couple, Jeff and Karen King, who ended up in debt for $160,000 due to medical bills after Jeff needed his heart rhythm restored. The wife, Karen, says this: "The hospital that saved her husband's Jeff's heart also broke it. The Kings were eventually able to get their debt to around $37,000, but this does not mean that they won't still be able to be paying this off for years." There are many stories like the Kings, some even worse, which is why we must fight for the universal health care. If you don't quite understand the impact of universal health care that it can have on lives, listen to this. Researchers from Yale School of Public Health and colleagues estimated more than 131,000 COVID-19 deaths and almost 78,000 non-COVID-19 deaths, which could have been prevented with universal health care in 2020 alone. This puts into numbers how important universal health care is for the United States of America and how many lives can save from this benefit. With all that being said, I hope this puts into perspective the importance of universal health care. In conclusion, health is an objective moral and anyone should have access to it no matter the circumstances. It allows for people in financial hardship. It should not allow for people to be in financial hardship or even kill them. Universal healthcare needs to happen in America. I encourage you all to look more into universal healthcare on your own and look for motivation to promote it in America. I want to leave you with a quote from former Senator Barry Sanders: "Healthcare must be recognized as a right, not a privilege. Every man, woman, child that comes into our country should be able to access healthcare they need regardless of their income."